Welcome back to my channel, everyone. My name's Charles from Charles in Photography, and today we're going to be talking about this $45 budget tripod, and is this tripod worth the hassle? Now let me state right from the start that this video is aimed at the people who are just getting into photography, because if you have a camera like my D500, I probably wouldn't recommend this budget tripod, although I have used it and I'll talk about this in a minute. But which photographer should actually be looking at buying this $45 tripod? Well, I bought it for two reasons. One, I really needed a second tripod when I was out and about doing my YouTube videos, because at the moment when I'm out and about I'm using my Vanguard tripod, which is this one here, plus my Manfrotto 055 XP Pro, which weighs with a ball head at 2.2 kilos. My Vanguard tripod here also weighs 1.7 kilos. Plus, if I'm considering my backpack with the gear in there, that comes in at around 5-6 kilos, that's a lot of weight to carry around when I'm hiking around and going on locations to do my YouTube videos. So I was really looking for a very lightweight tripod. And this $45 tripod comes in at a weight of 1.3 kilos with the ball head. That is very good for me. So that means that I'm actually going to be carrying less weight around. But is it sturdy enough to take photos? Well, I've used it 3 times to take sunset photos, long exposures, and just daytime photos. Now, one of the last sunset photos I took, you can actually see behind me here, this was a 30-second exposure taken just a couple of days ago at Lake Sampson Vale. Even pixel peeping, I could not see any blurriness in the image, which meant that the tripod was still very stable with my D500 connected to the Tokina 11 to 20mm lens. So it would handle the weight, but I think this tripod is really suitable for photographers who are just getting into photography. So like if you've got an entry-level digital SLR like the Nikon D3000 series, the Nikon D5000 series, the Canon entry-level models, even the Sonys, because these are very lightweight. Or you have a mirrorless camera, because these are much lighter in weight. So what do you get for $45? Well, surprisingly, you actually get quite a bit. So this is how it comes, like this. And it also comes in a nice little pouch. When you look at this, this is actually quite compact, even with the bald head on. Now normally, when I'm hiking around and all that, just for weight issues, I actually take the bald heads off and I put them in my backpack. This means that there's sort of less weight hanging on the outside of my backpack. But if we're comparing this budget tripod with my Vanguard, look at the difference. Look at it. It's actually quite a lot of difference. And if I'm standing them up on my knee here, you can actually see the Vanguard is nearly a handspan higher. Now, like I said, I normally take the bald heads off, but just holding these here, I can actually feel this one is just so much heavier. Now here are some measurements for you about how compact it can be. When it's reversed down and compacted down, it's only 45 centimeters in height, which is quite small. Now at this height here, it's 55 centimeters. And if we keep opening the legs up, now one thing I do tell people is that when we're extending a tripod, we don't actually extend the smallest leg first. This is just bad news, whether you're using an expensive tripod or a budget tripod, because what you're looking for is stability. What you should be doing is you extend the thickest leg first. This gives you the most stability in your tripod. So that's something for the new photographers to remember. Like when you're extending your tripod, don't extend the smallest leg first. Extend the biggest leg first. So when we extend the first set of legs, we're looking at 80 centimeters. When we open the next set of legs, we're looking at 104 centimeters, which is just over a meter. When we're extending the last set of legs, so we're actually at full height now, we're at 130 centimeters. But we can actually extend the center column, and that gives us a maximum height of 155 centimeters. Now, I did try extending the column to 155 centimeters. and I found that with the weight of my D500, I was just getting a slight amount of vibration. And this is the only time that I found that I was getting a bit of blur in a long exposure of 30 seconds. So this is something to be mindful of. Now it's hard to see, but I've actually put just a little piece of rope here to hold it out, and you can see just where my finger here is, there's actually a little stainless steel hook. If there's a bit of vibration and you actually need to lift the center column, then grab the hook, pull it out, and you can actually put a weight or your backpack on there. Now this is a perfect place to put your backpack because it'll keep the weight nice and steady in the center, and you'll actually be able to extend the column. Now there's not many times that I actually need to extend my tripod to 1.5 meters or 150 centimeters. But this is a clever little thing to have on the bottom of your tripod, because it means if you're worried about stability, you can easily use this hook here. Now another little clever thing with this that this tripod has that my Vanguard doesn't have is that one of these legs here can actually be unscrewed and used as a monopod. And this was not listed in the eBay listing when I actually bought this tripod. And this is how cool it is. One of these legs here, you can actually see it has a lock and unlock feature, and this is why it actually has the gold ring here. Now if we unscrew it, presto, we actually have a monopod. And we unscrew the ball head and screw in the single shaft, and now I'll open it up and show you. It actually opens up 1.5 meters. So you actually get two. You get one tripod and a monopod for 45. And so if you decide to go on a hike, you don't really want to carry a tripod, but you just want a little bit of stability if you're actually taking photos around, then this little monopod here fits in perfectly, and weight is really sort of next to nothing. You're hardly looking at any weight to actually carry it around. So for me, this was actually a bonus. Now this was something that I thought about looking for, but these tripods were listed at around $80. For me, I wasn't looking at spending a lot of money, because really at the moment all this tripod is going to be used for is holding my mobile phone, and maybe in about 3 or 4 months time I'll be buying a small mirrorless camera to actually do my YouTube videos. So I was just looking at a tripod that could actually fill the bill for this. Plus also, when I go hiking, if it's a long way, I was looking for a tripod that was going to be quite light, that I could just carry around when I'm not doing YouTube videos, so I don't have to carry 2 tripods, because I'm not getting any younger and I'm trying to reduce the amount of weight that I carry on my back when I go on hikes and all that. So having this extra little feature for a $45 tripod is definitely an advantage. Now another thing that I actually like about this tripod that most of the newer tripods do have is that they're screw-ons. That these legs here have got a screw, so they've got a very good seal on them. And I've tried in the water, and there's no water that actually comes up the shaft. But the proviso is that you actually extend your tripod to the height that you want before you put it in the water. Now to extend the legs, it just comes with a lever system where you just open the lever up and choose the height that you want. And a beauty of this as well is that you can actually extend it if I actually open it up, so you can actually put flat on the ground. But the only problem is that you have to raise the center shaft up. But still, putting it this way is still going to get you quite low to the ground if you need to take some photos very low to the ground. For a budget tripod, this is really good. Now this tripod also comes in with a fairly decent bald head. Now if you look on eBay, Amazon, or other sites that actually sell budget tripod heads, you'll find that you're spending $30 to $40 just for a bald head like this. Now it may seem like I'm coming across and I'm really pushing this tripod and its features. Now understand, I've actually been into photography for a long time, and I've been teaching photography for close on to about 10 years. And I deal with a lot of people who are just getting into photography. And my idea of photography is it's about having fun. And at times when we're getting into photography, we don't have a big stack of cash to actually outlay. So I really like looking at photography gear that is value for money, especially for the photographer who's just getting started in their photography walk. this tripod head here that goes with this tripod is really good. Now, about a year ago, I bought this other tripod head here off eBay for $50. Only has 2 adjustment knobs. The very small adjustment knob actually just controls if you actually just want to spin the camera left or right. And the big adjustment knob here controls everything else. So you want to tilt everywhere around, that's it. This is what it does. This one here on the other end actually has 3 adjustment knobs. The smallest one right down the bottom controls left or right movement. And then you actually have 2 adjustment knobs, a small adjustment knob and a very large one. And on the large one here, it actually has a scaling on it. This is to be used as a tensioning knob. And the little one here is the one that you just do up tight when you've got everything level. Now, a tensioning knob here like this is that you have this one just finger tight, and then you keep adjusting the adjustment knob here until you just have movement. So the camera's not going to go anywhere, so you can actually just set it up and go like, yep, that's it, that's what I want to do. And then with the little knob, that's it. Just a quarter of a turn and it's locked for $45. I really think that if you're just getting into photography, a tripod like this is value for money. I'll show you the box that this tripod comes in. This is what the box comes in, and it states professional tripod. Professional tripod, it's not, but this is just a no-name brand, and this is how they box it. This is the nice case that actually comes in, so I really think for $45 you just can't go wrong. So if you're just getting into photography and you're looking at a tripod, then I would definitely recommend looking at a tripod like this. Now, like I said, it's a no-name brand, but if you look on eBay or Amazon, you're definitely going to find tripods in this price range. Now, would I recommend this tripod? Definitely, because I don't recommend anything that I haven't tested thoroughly. You might say like, but you've only used it 3 times. Yes, I've only used it 3 times, but every time I've used it, I've actually used it for at least an hour and a half. And if it can hold my Nikon D500 with the Takina 11 to 20mm lens on there, then it will definitely hold any entry-level digital SLR or mirrorless cameras. This tripod will definitely find its way into my gear bag when I'm out doing these hikes. Now, if you found value in this video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you have any comments or feedback, and if there's a photography topic that you'd like me to discuss in the future, leave it in the comments as well, and I'll see if I can help you out. I'm Charles for Charles in Photography. See you next time.